My Sly Cooper Thieves in Time PlayStation 3 playthrough continues further, and the fourth half, and maybe most likely last of Operation Jurassic Thievery is going to be in this part. Then moving on to the next time period with the episode of Mice and Mechs and the Medieval Times. I'm not going to get overconfident. I may be getting very close to the end of this boss battle, but I could end up taking time on it if I ain't careful.
You can't do what I do! No way you can copy the grid! Let's see if you can match these moves. You try and keep up, big stuff. You try and keep up, big stuff. You think you can escape to this? Let's see if you can match these moves, sucker. You can't do what I do. No way you can copy the grid. Sorry, can you do what I do? Let's see if you can match these moves. The Murray is a skating machine. You try and keep up big stuff. Is that all you got, loudmouth?
Murray.
You were great!
That performance was definitely a 10, pal.
Thanks, guys. I guess this makes up for all my screw-ups lately.
Murray, we all make mistakes. It happens. But it doesn't matter because we're a team, and we all have each other's backs. That's why we're unbeatable.
Yeah, what he said. Today, you were the hero, Murray. Don't you forget it.
Aw, shucks. Hey, I'm starved. Anybody bring anything to eat? French fries? Pizza? Anything? An apple, even?
Carmelita had cooled off a bit, but she hadn't forgiven me yet, and I really couldn't blame her. The last thing she wanted to do was join up with a bunch of thieves, something that went against everything she stood for. I could tell it was a tough decision, but in the end, she knew it was probably her only shot at busting the paradox. Dimitri was happy to finally hear from us, as he'd been worried his bros were warping their faces off, whatever that meant. He pointed us to our next destination, medieval England, and, as it turned out, Grizz's crown was the perfect object to get us there. So, although we'd only uncovered this Ice Age scheme by accident, luck was definitely on our side. And we left in a confident mood, ready to tackle whatever fate had in store for us.
I figured I actually would have done a few mistakes on the last half of that boss battle. Apparently you gotta remember which of those buttons to press when they are there at first, what Grizz does. Because they'll turn into question marks, and if you can't remember what they were, you are gonna screw up. A lesson for anyone that ever plays this game to learn.
We'd come to merry old England to locate my ancestor, Sir Galeth Cooper, a gallant knight who founded the Cooper Order. Unfortunately, what we found was anything but regal. Sir Galeth had been reduced to performing in a local circus as a jester, complete with ridiculous costume. The villainous stench of the paradox hung over the entire area. We didn't know what was going on yet, but we knew it wasn't good.
Penelope.
To make matters worse, we still had no information about Penelope. Billy wasn't letting it show, but I knew deep down he was pretty worried. Hopefully we would find some answers soon. But first, we had to go to the circus.
There is one bottle I need to do the very first job in order to reach, which of course is getting into the big top 10 where Sir Galeth is. But I'm gonna save that bottle when I pretty much have only it left to grab. Every other one I can grab in the entire castle town. So I'm gonna go and collect the bottles for a first half part here. And thanks to the clockwork eye I got from the Ice Age, I no longer have to guess where all of them are, or try to rely on my eyes to locate them. They'll be found on the mini-map as I move through the town. However, I still need to watch out when I do get to their position on the map, because they could end up being above me or below me, even if I reach them in the middle of the mini-map. And I'm sure there's going to be a few bottles that are going to trick me like that, so I got to be very careful with the search. But no doubt about it, if you hate doing guesswork for the bottles, then try to get the clockwork eye. It really works. Do not need to pickpocket at this time. I have plenty on hand. Just grabbing bottles. Well, maybe if they have golden back pockets, I'll take the risk. But the ones I don't, I'm just going to defeat immediately. Oh snap, this castle town is really bright. I think I'm going to raise the brightness when I do this episode. Better not go into that catapult. It'll just make you go straight into the water. Yeah, I'm gonna raise the brightness when I do this episode. This is apparently this Castle Town takes place during a complete utter darkness. You can barely see what's going on right now on the screen. I know you do. I'm gonna raise the brightness when I do this episode. Well, the stop point here for this video has been reached. I'll raise the brightness when I do my next video.